What's up, folks? This is Crypto James talking to you today about XRP and crypto news in general. The market has retraced like mad in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin dropping to 58,800 right now. I'm going to get into everything to do with all of this. But before I do, as always, I update my spreadsheet. These are the first 26 coins I spoke about on my channel, and Phantom was a Udemy course I did. Had you invested $100 into each one when I released the videos and you were still holding those bags, you'd be in profit for $77,700. Adding the $2,600 that you actually invested, you'd be sitting on $80,300. That's madness. Phantom, like I said, leads the way. It was a Udemy course I did where I said it'd be the best investment of the year when it was at 0.5 cent. So it's obviously crushing it. I've held all of these at one point or another in close positions on pretty much everyone in profit, just not green, and reinvested that money into new cryptos. If you want to see the cryptos, check out Copy My Crypto. My holdings keep outperforming the market week in and week out. The gains have been insane. And fundamentally, if you guys want to make these gains, you can check it out. Particularly if you're new to crypto, bull cycle is going to be great in terms of gains, no doubt about it. The bear cycle is going to be the life changer. Bear cycle will be the life changer. Found Phantom in the bear cycle, currently up 553 times in value. So 2K invested into Phantom when I did that Udemy course, millionaire. And there are plenty of these that are going to, plenty of coins that are going to lose a ton of value when the bear cycle hits. And that's all I do is deep dive into every coin and see where there is something magnificently undervalued and make sure I'm in on it. And if you want to be a part of that, check out Copy My Crypto. Right. Market is retracing like mad. Absolutely mad. So I'm going to talk about that first before I talk about XRP. So right now we've got open interest here on Bitcoin futures. The open interest hit its peak on the 14th of April, and then we saw a market capitulation. Now, in large part, that was down to a number of FUD stories that coincided with that, but it obviously caused a bunch of liquidations, and over that course of that sort of fortnight, or even 3 weeks, we had this huge run of like China banned Bitcoin. We had Elon Musk relentlessly tweeting negative stories about Bitcoin, and whatever you want to say about that, he moved the markets. Certainly day traders realized that and were short in the markets hard, and that pushed the prices down. And we're at a similar point now. So we are going to see potential, and we are seeing a retracement as a result of such a high level of open interest, particularly because people have bought Bitcoin at the top, and then when people, or certainly at the top of what the recent peak, and longed it in futures and derivatives, and traders have realized, and certainly there's been a push down in terms of short in the market. Bitcoin's dropped 6%. Now, 6% drop for Bitcoin is quite significant, particularly to the altcoins. The altcoins get bled. And we're seeing that across the board, really. I think Shiba's the only one up. Shiba, Cosmos slightly. Aave a little bit. No, Aave quite a lot, actually. Yeah, Aave a lot. Helium a little bit, but Hollow a little bit. But yeah, most coins, 1 inch is having a really good day. But most coins are suffering decent percentage losses today. Very much is a normal correction, particularly when you bear in mind in the last few weeks the market cap has increased by about, before this, by about $600 billion. We were gonna suffer one of these sooner or later. It's just happened now. But there's been some really interesting stuff happening across the board. You know, I've spoken about the MasterCard situation, MasterCard opening up, being crypto custody to basically any institution, anyone that uses MasterCard. We've seen this situation of a possible China changing their mind on Bitcoin or crypto. I hope that's true. However, fundamentally, it's most likely that we're going to see some sort of story of, oh, that's going to happen, and then it won't. And it will add some FUD to the market. Either way, it doesn't make too much of a difference. With China out of the market recovered very, very well. So even if they're in, they're out, it'll make it'll have short-term impacts, but nothing long-term. Especially now America are sort of bossing the Bitcoin mining situation. Now we have had really interesting stuff with XRP. So XRP, I've obviously got the SEC case, and the SEC, this whole SEC case has effectively fudded the hell out of XRP, and even then, XRP's gained about 300 and something % in value. But if we actually look at what's happening right now, the SEC case is going poorly. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. They have made a number of mistakes throughout, particularly in terms of not having clarity on their own perspectives and their own policies. So it's hard to see how they're ever going to really win the case, particularly as it doesn't. They're struggling to find justification for how even the XRP can actually how the Howey test applies to XRP. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this is playing out. So the SEC started reeling in the pressure on Ripple last year, and in December of 2020, it filed an action against the organization until its executive XRP's value tanked during a collective bullish period. And then Coinbase announced its delisting in 19th of January. And that obviously resulted in a continuation of that trend downwards. It's been 10 months since the lawsuit was filed. And until now, Ripple has not been found guilty. Over the past couple of months, the momentum has shifted clearly towards Ripple. In fact, the SEC has been ordered by the judge to offer clearer explanations as to why the Howey test applies to XRP and not Ethereum and not Bitcoin. Jeremy Hogan's a vocal attorney within the XRP SEC lawsuit, and he stated, the SEC is going to be forced to admit there is nothing in any of these contracts that created an expectation of profits by purchasers of XRP. That is a big problem for the SEC, because that's one of the fundamentals. There's only 4 tests within the Howey test, but that's one of them, which is that as an investor or as a purchaser, you have an expectation you're going to make profits. So with positive developments slowly surrounding XRP and Ripple, a part of the community believe that it's only a matter of time before XRP is relisted on Coinbase. Part and parcel of that as well is obviously very recently the CEO of Coinbase came out in support of Ripple. So the Coinbase CEO basically said the Ripple case seems to be going better than expected. Meanwhile, the SEC is realizing that attacking crypto is particularly unpopular because it harms consumers, which it does. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays. Also, on top of that, we have an interesting issue with Warren Buffett. So according to reports, Berkshire Hathaway has invested $500 million in Brazil-based Neobank, which is an existing RippleNet member utilizing its ODL services. So it can be speculated that Buffett saw some form of intrinsic value in Ripple's ODL remittance services, which may have led to that massive investment. Now, regardless of this, these things are obviously going the way of Ripple at the moment, Warren Buffett is well known for not being a fan whatsoever of crypto, despite people such as Justin Sun trying to change his mind. But it's very positive. I mean, even in this article, they're saying that the monthly chart for XRP, considering it explodes in the desired direction, seems to be structurally targeting a massive breach of $10 on the chart. Now, if that actually happens, XRP would end up with a market cap of about $470 billion. And that is not beyond the realms of possibility, with them increasing ties to the Bank of England, with that foundation that are trying to get the Bank of England to issue a CBDC, which they will, but Bank of England are always slower on everything than every other country. You know, you look at the marijuana laws that got applied around the world. England are still the slowest in many regards. You can now get it as medical, but you can't get it in any other form. But like I said, in most other countries now, particularly in most Western countries now, you know, there's a recreational thing that is legal. But in the UK, we are always slower. We just are. But the Bank of England, if the Bank of England launch CBDC on RippleNet, bodes very well for XRP. We know XRP are clearly quite clearly the front runners for CBDCs within America as well. So things looking very bullish for XRP, even in spite of today's correction, you know, is hitting everything at the moment, hitting absolutely everything. But I'm very, very surprised that the SEC case is still going on. I think this judge is not going to give them too much longer at this point, because the SEC keep making mistakes. I think the suggested time frame is January that it all closes. But I think it'll be sooner than that. I can't see it lasting that long. But yeah, guys, right now, healthy correction in the market. Nothing other than that really happening. just a day where you're seeing a nice little day of red. But it was going to happen sooner or later, so I guess we get it out of the way now, eh? That's it from me anyway. If you're new to crypto, check out Copy My Crypto. Like I said, it's where I share my portfolio, one that I've built to maximize gains, one where the gains keep outperforming the market every goddamn week. The opportunities for profits are so readily available there. There's some great quick flips in there as well. If you want to make these gains during this bull cycle, then check it out, because I tell you what, when the bear cycle kicks in, I'm going to be diving through thousands of coins, and I will find another beast that is hugely undervalued, that does hundreds of times value and gains. So if you want to be a part of it, check it out. That's it from me. Bye-bye.